Imagine a day unlike any other in our planet's history. 66 million years ago, the sky itself tore open. A 6-mile-wide asteroid, traveling faster than a speeding bullet, slammed into the Earth. The impact was cataclysmic, unleashing the raw power of millions of nuclear bombs in a single blinding flash. This wasn't just an explosion, it was the start of a planetary funeral. The initial blast triggered global tsunamis that washed over continents and continent-spanning wildfires that turned the world to ash. A thick shroud of dust and soot choked the atmosphere, blocking out the sun and plunging the Earth into a long, dark winter. Photosynthesis ceased, plants died, and the entire food web collapsed. In this global catastrophe, the reign of the dinosaurs came to a fiery, brutal end. 3/4 of all species on Earth vanished forever. But in the shadows of this planetary reset, as the world of giants crumbled, a handful of remarkable creatures held on. They were the outliers, the lucky few, the ultimate survivors who cheated death on a planetary scale. How did they do it? Today, we're diving into the incredible stories of Earth's ultimate survivors. Planet Earth has a violent and chaotic history. Our world has been punctuated by at least 5 mass extinctions, catastrophic events that acted as planetary resets. These weren't just bad days or difficult years. They were geological and biological reckonings that wiped out anywhere from 75% to a staggering 96% of all living species. Each time, it seemed as if life itself was on the brink of being extinguished completely. And yet, after every single apocalyptic event, life found a way. From the ashes, new forms emerged, and some of the old ones persisted. The survivors of these events are often called living fossils, a title that speaks to their incredible endurance. These are organisms that seem to have remained almost unchanged for millions, even hundreds of millions of years, carrying ancient blueprints in their DNA. From the murky swamps to the crushing pressure of the deepest oceans, these creatures used a variety of ingenious tricks to cheat death. Their stories offer a masterclass in resilience. 1. The crocodilian, the ultimate generalist. While the asteroid impact famously ended the world of the non-avian dinosaurs, their crocodilian relatives somehow carried on. They watched their cousins disappear, yet they survived. Their secret wasn't brute strength or size, it was their incredible versatility. While many dinosaurs had evolved to have highly specialized diets, eating only specific plants or hunting specific prey, crocs were, and still are, the ultimate generalists. They would eat almost anything that moved: fish, insects, small animals. And crucially, in a world littered with the dead, they would eat carrion. Their hyperacidic stomachs are so powerful they can digest bone, horns, and hooves, ensuring that every last scrap of a meal counted. When the global food web had completely collapsed and former apex predators were starving, the crocodilian ability to consume and digest literally anything became a superpower. Their refusal to be picky eaters is a primary reason they are still with us today. 2. The coelacanth, the deep-sea hermit. No animal on Earth embodies the idea of a living fossil more than the coelacanth. For decades, this creature was known to science only from fossils. Paleontologists believed they were an ancient lineage of fish that had vanished alongside the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. They were a closed chapter in the book of life. That is, until 1938, when a fishing trawler off the coast of South Africa pulled up something astonishing: a living, breathing coelacanth. The scientific community was stunned. It was like finding a living dinosaur. So how did it survive? The coelacanth's survival trick was simple: hiding. These large, mysterious fish inhabit deep, stable ocean caves. While the surface world was being battered by asteroids, firestorms, and acid rain, the coelacanth's deep-sea home acted as a planetary bunker, shielding them from the apocalypse raging above. They simply waited it out in the quiet dark. 3. The horseshoe crab, the armored scavenger. If any creature is a testament to the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, it's the horseshoe crab. Their ancestors were crawling through Earth's shallow seas an almost incomprehensible 450 million years ago. This means they have survived all 5 of the planet's major mass extinction events. Despite their name, they aren't crabs at all. They are more closely related to modern spiders and scorpions. Their survival is owed to a simple but brilliantly effective design. Their hard, tank-like exoskeleton is a personal suit of armor against predators and environmental hazards. As bottom-dwelling scavengers, their diet is completely unfussy. They'll eat algae, worms, and mollusks, whatever the seafloor provides. This simple, rugged, and highly effective body plan has allowed them to weather every storm the planet has thrown at them for nearly 500 million years. 4. The Gar, the genetic time capsule. Meet the Gar, a torpedo-shaped, armor-plated fish with a lineage stretching back over 150 million years. But their survival secret isn't just their tough exterior. It's something hidden deep within their cells. One recent study found that gars have one of the slowest rates of molecular evolution among all jawed vertebrates. In other words, their DNA is extraordinarily stable. Scientists speculate this is due to a remarkably efficient DNA repair system, which diligently corrects genetic errors before they can accumulate over millions of years. This genetic stability is so profound, so mind-boggling, that two different gar species that have been separated by over 100 million years of evolution can still produce fertile hybrid offspring. To put that in perspective, humans and chimpanzees diverged only about 6 million years ago. The gar is a true genetic time capsule, an evolutionary marvel. 5. The avian dinosaurs, taking to the skies. The story that all dinosaurs went extinct isn't entirely true. One group survived, and you see them every single day. The dinosaurs that could fly, the ancestors of modern birds, managed to endure the cataclysm, while their larger, ground-dwelling relatives like T-Rex and Triceratops perished. These smaller, avian dinosaurs had a critical advantage. Flight gave them a get-out-of-jail-free card. When local environments became unlivable, they could simply fly away to find new food sources and safer habitats. This mobility was key. As forests were destroyed and traditional food sources vanished, these proto-birds were able to survive on things like seeds and insects unearthed by the devastation. In the empty world that followed, they diversified with explosive speed, filling the empty skies and evolving into the thousands of beautiful and varied bird species we see today. 6. The first mammals inheriting the Earth. As the dinosaurs' 150 million year reign came to a sudden violent end, a new age began for a different kind of animal. For millions of years, small, shrew-like mammals had been scurrying in the shadows, living under the feet of the giant reptiles. When the giants fell, these mammals seized their opportunity. They survived by being everything the dinosaurs weren't: small, adaptable, and resourceful. They could find food where larger animals couldn't, subsisting on insects, worms, and aquatic plants. Crucially, many of them were burrowers. Hiding in underground tunnels protected them from the searing heat of the initial impact blast and the harsh, toxic conditions that followed. In the quiet void left by the dinosaurs, these mammals rapidly diversified, growing in size and complexity, and eventually paving the way for primates and ultimately for us. 7. The freshwater fortress. In the story of extinction, where you lived was just as important as who you were. For creatures like the crocodilians and the gar, their habitat was a key to their survival. Being semi-aquatic was a lifesaver. Freshwater rivers, lakes, and swamps appear to have acted as a buffer against some of the worst effects of the asteroid impact. Think of it this way: the water would have provided an immediate shield from the initial heat pulse that baked the land. These aquatic ecosystems may have also been less affected by the subsequent acid rain, which would have been diluted by the large volume of water. Compared to the exposed open land or the surface of the oceans, these freshwater environments were a fortress. For many species, simply being in the water at the right time provided the crucial shelter they needed to ride out the chaos unfolding on the surface. 8. The superpower of a slow metabolism. In the desolate, post-apocalyptic world, the global food supply chain was broken. For survivors like the crocodilians and the coelacanth, a slow, cold-blooded metabolism wasn't a weakness, it was a definitive superpower. Being cold-blooded means you don't need to constantly burn energy to maintain your body temperature. You can simply slow everything down. Crocodilians are masters of this, capable of going for months, and in some cases, over a year, without a single meal. They can just wait. Recent studies on the coelacanth suggest they also have an incredibly slow metabolism and a correspondingly long lifespan, possibly living for around 100 years. This biological ability to enter a low-power mode and simply wait out the bad times was a winning strategy when the planet's pantries were bare. From the adaptable anything-goes diet of the crocodile to the incredible genetic stability of the gar, these animals each found a unique way to win the brutal game of existence. Which of these survival strategies do you find the most impressive or surprising? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into deep time, be sure to subscribe for more stories from our planet's incredible past. The stories of these ultimate survivors reveal a few common themes: a shared playbook for cheating extinction, a flexible diet, a slow metabolism, a small body size, and the ability to take refuge in sheltered environments like burrows or deep water. Time and time again, generalists outlasted specialists. But perhaps the most important lesson from these living fossils is that extinction is not just an end. It is also a beginning. The same asteroid that wiped out the awe-inspiring non-avian dinosaurs created a world of opportunity for our tiny, scurrying mammalian ancestors. These survivors are a powerful, living reminder of life's incredible tenacity. They force us to ask a humbling question. As our own planet changes at an unprecedented rate, what can these ancient survivors teach us about our own future?